These are some chunks of western red cedar wood that I'm soaking in water for 24 hours to make a cedary tea, because I've decided I want to see if I can find the best way to make wood-flavored bread. You see, it all started last year when I taste tested baking sawdust from different species of wood into bread, and while some of them didn't turn out great, others surprisingly tasted really nice. But even with the ones that had a good flavor, the sawdust did change the texture somewhat, so I wanted to see if using some cedar-infused water as the base for a loaf of rustic dough would result in that cedar flavor coming through in the final bake. And I gotta say, the water did have a strong and excellent aroma when I added it to the flour. Will I be able to taste it in the bread though? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, after mixing, resting, and folding, this is gonna rise for a few hours, which means I've got some time to head down to the wood shop to grab some more western red cedar wood and make a trivet, which is one of those things you place down before setting a hot pot or pan or whatever on top of it to protect your table, countertop, or surface of choosing. Should come in handy since we'll be placing our dough into a piping hot Dutch oven later. Working with this wood, my shop is filling with the spicy, sweet aroma of western red cedar wood, which comes from a variety of its natural oils and compounds like thulione, thulioplicin, and more. And many of these contain antifungal and antimicrobial properties. Thulione was also used in absinthe, but pure thulione is no longer permitted in foods in the US. But don't worry, the cold extraction method I used will be yielding relatively tiny amounts of any of these compounds, so toxicity should be little to none. Consider it on par with eating a cedar plank salmon. Now, most trivets have slats or holes cut into them, but I'm just gonna go with these ridges here. I kind of like the way they look, and they should work out just fine. Got this thing all oiled up and looking pretty, so let's head back into the kitchen to check on the progress of our dough. Can't decide if I'm smelling any cedar notes in there or not. All right, just a bit more rising time, and after a quick poke test, this bread is ready to go. The Dutch oven is already piping hot, so let's go ahead and set it down on our brand new trivet. And after 30 minutes in the oven, we're gonna pop off the lid, and it's all looking great so far. And after a little while longer, out of the oven it comes. It looks great, it smells great. Do I detect a hint of cedar? Let's go ahead and slice this open and find out. Huh. The slightest hint of a cedar flavor to it. Kind of like a tiny wood nymph is hiding in the back of my taste buds sharpening a pencil or something. I'm gonna do some more brainstorming and we'll be back again soon.